Good morning and welcome to Vorarlberg, where there are lots of mountains all around. Weather could be better, but weather could also be worse. So, it's not raining anymore, so that's good. Today we're gonna leave the country again, finally. After a long time of just staying in Austria, we're gonna leave the country again to go to the only country that borders Austria that I have never visited yet. Today we're gonna go to Liechtenstein. There's not even a train station in Vaduz, so I'll just take the bus. That was a nice bus ride. Really weird though, because the bus driver seemed to have known all of the people except me. Most of them he even greeted with their names. Now we could take the bus to Vaduz, or we look around here, what's happening here. So I can have a look at Schaan, which is the second biggest city in Liechtenstein. Oh, by the way, we are in Liechtenstein and suddenly the weather is a lot better and it's warmer and I'm happy. I'm outside of Austria. We're still in Schengen area. I can freely move here and yeah, let's just walk around. Let's freely move. Just follow our nose. I can't even check the internet because I literally have no connection in Liechtenstein. It connected to the Swiss mobile network, but in the Swiss mobile network I pay like €5 per megabyte, so I'm definitely not gonna do that because Swiss is not EU. And the snow on top, it looks cool. Yeah, look at that, that looks cool, doesn't it? I mean, with the mountain in the background, this looks cool. And with messy hair, let's take that Kulturweg Schaan. Why not? Let's do it. I mean, I'm here to experience Liechtenstein. Man, it's been such a long time since I went traveling just for traveling's sake. And it's so nice with the snow on the mountains and mountains everywhere. Man, I love it. So this is a travel vlog. Hello. F1! I mean, seeing Liechtenstein is nice and all, but it doesn't make for a good video. I mean, there are so many better travel videos. So we need to find some kind of topic for me to talk about today in this video to make it a little bit more interesting for you. Because for me, just seeing this in real life is nice, but to make it an actual video, I think we need some more. Let me think. I also like the uphill character of this town. I'm now on level with the upper parts of the church. Hey. Hello. Aww. Aww. Cats don't spread corona, right? Okay, I think I know what I want to talk about. Turn up the engine, please. Thank you. Alright, I know what I want to be talking about today. I have some ideas of YouTube channels I could be starting, or general ideas of projects that I could do. And today I want to present them to you. I don't want to judge them to be good or bad. You can do that if you want in the comments. But I'm just gonna give you some of the ideas that I had on what I could be doing, right? Because I mean, I have this YouTube channel where I blog and where I make videos about the loop station. That's what I branded this channel for now with the RC505. It's heavily branded. But I was thinking of maybe just starting up another channel or other project somewhere that focus on different things. And we're gonna discuss that while discovering Liechtenstein. I can see myself living here up the hill. Eventually, I can see myself living in a house somewhere in the countryside. As long as I have a good internet connection. Fiber optics. I'm okay to live anywhere really. Because, let's face it, most of what I'm doing is online. Now anyway, because of Corona. But even without Corona, I mean, yes, it's nice to go to dance event and improv events, but I don't need that. And if I do, then I can still take the car or the bus or the train to go somewhere. That ties in to what I'm about to discuss, because all of those projects is basically just me doing something online. So most of those are completely location independent. The first one is not totally location independent. It is independent of where I live, as long as it's in Austria. Because the first thought I had yesterday while traveling in the train was, man, I could just visit places in Austria. I had that thought in, where was that? Zell am See. I want to come to Zell am See at one point. Just for fun. It looked great. I can just go to places in Austria and vlog about them. And then call that channel Best of Austria. And just make videos of me basically like this, walking around, seeing what's happening there, and staying at places who then potentially pay for my stay because I promote them. That could work. It's a business model. The question is, does anybody want to see that? Does anybody want to see me vlog about places? But I said I won't judge, so it's just an idea. I'm pretty sure that I could make it work somehow. Vaduzstädtle. Let's go there. I mean, I could have taken the bus for another stop, but let's walk. That looks cool. Let's get away from that main road and then we talk again. Because it's 2. It's 2 now. And that is a good transition to bring it to the second reef. 1, 2. The second idea that I had. Again, the second idea that I had for a YouTube channel is just doing tech reviews. Like getting any sort of tech, using it myself, and then reviewing it. Because those kind of videos are the videos that get views. I can tell you that by experience, because the videos on my channel with the most views are my Mi Band review, my RC505 tutorial videos, which is the closest that gets to a RC505 review, and then the videos I made about my keyboard, that Yamaha whatever. So all of the technical devices, those videos get views because those are the things that people search for, because people want to know if they should buy that certain piece of technology. And so if I wanted to get views, and related with that, if I wanted to monetize my videos, if I were in it to make money, then I should do tech reviews. Question is that something that I want to do? And I've never been forced to do tech reviews. It always came naturally. I figured out stuff about the Mi Band and then I wanted to make a video about it. That's how I like my tech reviews. But I'm afraid that if I do that on purpose, if I like get something that I need to review it, then I might not like that. Let's review the acoustics in here. The acoustics in here are interesting. I get the echo back from this. Yeah. We can also review Vaduz, or that place in particular. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It's nice, but it's too close to a street. Yeah, I'm just blindly walking around. No, not blindly, I can see, but I'm just walking around wherever. So if I were to think about how can I make money with YouTube, then tech reviews and financial educational videos. Those are the things to make money with on YouTube. Because the financial stuff, that's where all the advertisement money goes. And the tech reviews, that's where most of the views go. I left the church beginning of this month, but I can still appreciate this. It's not so much about what it represents, it's more about how it's made. You know, I can appreciate it. I'm not intending to go in there, but I can still go around there and appreciate the building. Should we wait for 3 p.m. for the third one, or should we keep going? Third idea I had is interviewing interesting people. I was always fascinated by podcasts like the Tim Ferriss show, because here's the thing, I want to have like educational content. Ideally that's what I would want to do. However, I don't see myself as the guy who knows a lot of stuff, so the way to go about it would be for me to get knowledge from somebody else and then basically just use that, you know? So I don't need to be smart myself, I just need to be able to ask the right questions. That's the idea. So, I mean, it's still quite open what the overall topic would be. Well, that looks like an interesting path. I still don't have an overall topic. It will basically be anything that I myself am interested in, and then I would try to find people who know more about that stuff, and then... This is not ideal. Turning around. Then I would find people who know about that stuff, and I would just ask them if they want to do an interview with me. And usually people who are really into their field, they usually want to talk about it, right? They usually want to promote it themselves. They usually want to share their knowledge. So I think that could be relatively easy to get people to talk to me about stuff. And then I would just make interviews with people and thereby get smarter myself. Because ultimately, that's just also one of the things that I want to do. That would be my idea number 3. Could work. Could be a lot of work, but also could work. Could be interesting. I don't know, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Hospital right next to the cemetery. Well, that makes sense. Let's check out Vaduz, the city. It's nice to be able to hop on the bus and just go for 2 stations to the Städtle. Vaduz city center. I don't think there's gonna be anything super interesting around here, but just gonna walk around and see if there is. Those horses have nice butts. Look at their butts. Look at their butts. Well, right. Kind of look like a special breed in a D&D game, and also with the medieval kind of castle up there. Feels like a D&D game. Transition, transition, transition. 4th project idea. I wanna set up a big D&D campaign. Maybe even more than a campaign, maybe a whole universe. It doesn't even need to be D&D, but just one kind of role-playing game. I'm just most confident with D&D. D&D is also the most well-known RPG, tabletop RPG, so would make sense. But it can work in any setting, really. What am I doing here? I have no idea. What is this place? There's a giant stage just in the middle of this main square in Vaduz? I have no idea. Never been here. Ooh, yeah. So what's the idea? Well, basically, I want to play D&D. I want to DM it. I don't want to play it as a player. I want to DM. But I don't even need to DM it myself. I can also get other people to DM it. Basically, the idea is we play D&D and we stream it. Maybe with Twitch. Maybe somewhere else. Maybe with YouTube. Also works with YouTube. Whatever. It's not the platform is not so important. We can also just do podcasts. Whatever. But streaming will be better for live interaction, because there are so many possibilities if you do that. But now, granted, okay, so that's nothing special. There are countless people who stream D&D games, and let's be honest, mine will probably not be the most interesting. It will definitely not rival Vox Machina or the Mighty Nine. We will not be able to compete with Critical Role, definitely not. But what I want to do, what makes this project different to usual D&D campaigns? The thing that makes it different is NFTs. I talked about NFTs in one of my previous videos. Let's just take a left turn. Doesn't say I can't walk. Right, so NFTs, non-fungible tokens, here to represent unique things, collectibles and stuff. Now, one of the most interesting things for me when it comes to role-playing games, after the roleplay itself, where you just mess with other characters, that improv aspect is probably the most interesting to me. But there's also that aspect of collecting stuff. When I played as Barty, I wanted to have all the things. From spell components to magical items, all of that stuff you gotta collect. Gotta love them views if you can look down on something. I'm like a cat. If I can look down on stuff, then I'm like, yeah, I'm above you. Maybe not quite like that, but you know, you get the idea. I like views. Like and subscribe! Pleasant footpath route to Vaduz Castle. Castle not open to public. Well, because that guy doesn't want to let other people into their homes. But anyway, let's walk. Why didn't you tell me that my hair was all messy? Because you couldn't? Oh yeah, okay, haha, right. That's not streaming. But speaking of streaming, if we were to stream the D&D game or whatever it is we're playing, then we could do all sorts of fun things with the audience, where they can basically influence what's going on and make it more or less likely for the party to, you know, influence their roles or something, give them advantage or disadvantage, something like that. That I think that could be really cool for audience interaction as well. If you just travel through Liechtenstein, then theoretically you could say you've been there, but you haven't really seen anything. But coming to Liechtenstein and then walking up here, enjoying that view, being like, yep, now I did visit Liechtenstein. I mean, it's not that big that there's so much more to see here, right? So, like, basically you can look over the entire country. Literally, like Simba. So I can definitely say that I did visit Liechtenstein. Yep. Now, back to the story. NFTs. NFTs. I tell you, I mean, they can be used for so many things, but I really want to try to make all of the items, all the magical items, and even the in-game currency, I want to have a token for it. A fungible one, but a token for it. And then basically, whenever you buy something, you have to make a transaction on the blockchain. And whenever you receive an item, you receive the NFT on the blockchain and you have ownership over it. And then you can trade it for other stuff, and yeah, that gives the whole game another aspect of you're actually collecting some, not physical but digital things. They actually exist, because in D&D, basically, if you / your DM doesn't keep track of that, you don't really have the things. And yeah, there are platforms like D&D Beyond where you track your inventory and stuff. But with that, I'm also like, yeah, I mean, it's cool, but I can manipulate that, you know? I can just say, oh, I got 100 gold more. Or, oh, I have a magical item now in my inventory. But with NFTs, I mean, I haven't thought out the entire process yet. I would have to try that. Again, still, we would need to figure out stuff as we go along here. But the idea is you just have NFTs for everything in game. And that would be so cool. Maybe not like a dagger, maybe that shouldn't be an NFT. Maybe not the standard stuff, but anything that is really valuable. Yeah, that could be an NFT. And then people can just come and play and they earn their NFTs. And then after the game they can trade with that. Or they keep it to be able to use it in their next session. Of course, you also have to find a way for that to make sense in game. And I was thinking maybe we're like in another dimension, maybe somewhere in space. We're in a space station and we can project ourselves into the past or onto other planets or whatever, and we take our NFT stuff with us. So if we have the NFT, we take it on our ride with us. You can also have an NFT for the character, by the way. Wow, it could be so cool. I'm seriously in favor of that idea. Maybe I'm the only one, because maybe I'm the only one who is that much into collecting stuff. I'm really a collector, I'm a hoarder. I'm not just a collector, I'm a hoarder, and I want to have it all. But it could be really cool. In my opinion, this has potential. And it would make for some views, I think. If people are interested in that, we would get some views, some nice views. And when you have a fan base or a viewer base, then you can do all sorts of stuff with them. And they can influence what's happening, and it would be so freaking cool. I would totally love that. What do you think of that idea? If you've ever played role-playing games, is that something like being able to actually collect stuff and then trade it with others? Is it actually something that you would want to do, or do you see that more as a threat, or do you think that wouldn't enhance the game at all? Because I think it would make the game a lot more interesting. Maybe it would make you a lot more greedy, and maybe it might not allow for characters to develop so well. But I still think this is a great idea. I still love this. And I also love that view. I mean, look at that. We're in Liechtenstein, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the castle. And look at the Vaduz city, town, place. It's nice, isn't it? Life is nice, right? And since I left home, I had so many ideas. Those are just 4 of them. And so it already pays off for me to leave my place. Let me know what you think of those ideas. I'd really be interested. I'd really be interested if you think that any of them would be interesting to you, or in general would be interesting for, I don't know, the general public. Of course, I will not be able to do all of them. I will maximum 1 or 2 that I would try and then see how it goes. But really, I should not try, I should just do it. But for that, I first need to get some feedback if my idea is actually any good. And once I decided for one of those ideas, once I decided for one of the projects, then I can look into it more. How do we actually do it? What videos would I actually be making about Austria? What products would I actually review? Or how would we actually do it with the NFTs? And who would I want to play? Do I have a set cast, or can people just sign up for it? Or, you know, many things that we need to think about here, but we have the ideas now. Let me know what you think of them. And thank you for watching this video where I explore Liechtenstein and also some potential projects that I might do in the near future. So nice! So make your backup. This has been day 2 of the FOMO 2020 project. Stuff is moving. Stuff is starting to roll. Stuff is starting to develop. My arm is starting to get heavy. So I will see you tomorrow, where we will leave for Switzerland and then France. Switzerland, by the way, it's right over there. Right over there, that's Switzerland. There's the border. That rivery thingy, that's the border. Over there we got Switzerland. So yeah, that's why we go tomorrow, but even further, and then all the way to the south of France. It's gonna be a long travel day tomorrow. I'll see you then. Health and freedom to you. And now enjoy some shots of the castle.